Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. We are tackling a topic that literally makes or breaks modern businesses. And yeah, we're talking about search engine optimization. Now, if you look at the source material we're decoding today, which is a comprehensive directory of services from an agency called First Page Ranks, it can honestly look like a massive mountain of technical jargon at first glance, but hey, don't worry, that's exactly why we're here. My goal today is to take this overwhelming directory of SEO services and distill it down into a crystal clear, actionable strategy that you can actually understand and apply. We're going to break down the entire anatomy of how a successful SEO campaign is built, right from the ground up.
So I want you to ask yourself a really critical question. What good is a brilliant business if literally no one can find it on page 1? Seriously, you could have the absolute best product, the most brilliant service, or the most beautifully designed website in the world. But if you're buried on page 4 of Google, you are essentially invisible to the high-intent customers who are out there actively searching for what you do. Online invisibility is a universal pain point, right? Today, we're looking at how First Page Ranks positions itself as the definitive cure to this problem, essentially turning that invisibility into a consistent, reliable stream of organic traffic.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for the explainer. Number 1, discovering First Page Ranks. 2, the core SEO foundation. 3, building digital authority. 4, specialized search strategies. And finally, number 5, investment and pricing models. All right, section 1, discovering First Page Ranks, a global agency with local roots. So, First Page Ranks operates globally, out of India, and they manage digital marketing across major Indian cities, plus international markets like Dubai and Canada. But no matter the market they're in, their foundational philosophy relies entirely on white hat SEO. Now, you guys probably already know the term, but for them, it's a strict non-negotiable. They aren't out there using forced language or artificial patterns to trick the algorithm. And why does this actually matter? Because sure, algorithm tricks might work for a week, but white hat strategies are what ensure sustainable, penalty-free, long-term growth for your business. It's the safe bet.
And their SEO growth model is essentially a highly structured, chronological workflow. Step 1 is SEO research and area mapping, so finding the very specific property, service, or location-based keywords that actually matter to you. Step 2 is getting right into the site itself for on-page and technical fixes, just to ensure that foundation is rock solid. Step 3 focuses on local and maps growth to really claim that geographic territory. And finally, Step 4 is outward-facing, content and PR outreach to start building up that authority. So as you can see, it's a highly structured, phased approach.
Moving right along to Section 2, the core SEO foundation, preparing your site for the crawlers. Look, before search engines can rank you, they actually have to be able to read you. If your site is a total mess under the hood, I promise you, no amount of great content is going to save you. First Page Ranks tackles this from 2 specific angles. First, on-page SEO builds your relevance. This is everything happening directly on your site. Your meta tags, how you structure your headers, your internal linking. Basically, it tells Google what you are. Then, off-page SEO builds your trust. This is the stuff happening across the web. Backlinks, brand mentions, digital PR. This tells Google that other people actually validate who you are. Both are absolutely crucial, but they serve entirely different functions. Now, sitting right beneath all that content is the technical SEO. Think of this as the actual plumbing of your website. They focus heavily on site speed, mobile responsiveness, and sitemaps. They go in and fix duplicate content issues and make sure your site is totally secure with HTTPS. And why are they so obsessed with this? Because let's be real, internet users have the attention span of a goldfish. If your site takes 10 seconds to load, users bounce, and Google is going to actively penalize you for that. These technical fixes just ensure that search engine bots can flawlessly crawl, read, and index your website without hitting any weird roadblocks.
Okay, on to Section 3, building digital authority, establishing trust in a crowded market. Once your site's foundation is all patched up and fixed, you've got to establish trust in what is an incredibly crowded market. Their documentation actually puts it perfectly. Quote, off-page SEO focuses on building a website's authority and trustworthiness through external factors. You see, search algorithms today are just incredibly sophisticated. They don't just want to see a bunch of keywords stuffed on a page. They want to know if you are an actually reputable entity in your industry. They really want to see that you earn your authority naturally.
And how do they do this? By gathering high-quality backlinks, running targeted digital PR, and doing niche guest posting. They even go as far as optimizing profiles on social platforms and getting active in Q&A sites like Quora. Actually, think of it this way.
Every single one of these external signals acts like a digital vote of confidence from the internet, pointing straight back to your brand. The more high-quality votes you earn out there, the higher the algorithm is going to push you up the ranks. Which brings us to Section 4, Specialized Search Strategies, Tailored Solutions for Unique Business Needs. First Page Ranks completely understands that a local neighborhood plumber needs a drastically different strategy than, say, an international software company, right? So for a local shop, they offer deep Google My Business optimization. For an online retailer, they've got specific e-commerce SEO to get those individual product pages ranking high. They even have this dedicated service for Google penalty recovery, which kind of acts like a digital emergency room for websites that have been punished by past algorithm updates. And they're totally looking to the future too, with voice search optimization plus platform-specific social SEO for places like YouTube and LinkedIn. It's a very tailored approach depending entirely on your unique business model. Now, for brick-and-mortar businesses, local SEO is literally the ultimate weapon. It strengthens your presence across maps and geographically focused searches, directly connecting your brand with high-intent nearby customers. Think about it. When someone pulls out their smartphone and searches for a coffee shop nearby, they aren't looking to sit down and read a long blog post, right? They are looking to spend money in the next 10 minutes. First Page Ranks focuses heavily on capturing those proximity signals, effectively turning online map searches into actual physical foot traffic for their clients. It's huge.
And finally, Section 5, Investment and Pricing Models, Transparent Growth Packages.
You know, in an industry that is fairly notorious for hidden costs, they lay out perfectly transparent growth packages. You can easily scale your investment across different service tiers, starting from basic SEO research all the way up to full-scale digital PR. And it's all mapped out across monthly, quarterly, and yearly investments. For example, getting your foundational on-page SEO done is logically priced for entry, while the more advanced technical SEO scales up from there. This setup is brilliant because it allows a business owner to start small, maybe just getting those local map listings optimized, and then steadily scale up their investment into comprehensive digital PR as their revenue and organic traffic actually start to grow. It completely puts the control back in the hands of the business.
So if you're listening to this and realizing your digital plumbing might be a bit broken or your local map presence is practically invisible, here is their direct line. It's just a really practical, immediate starting point for your own search visibility journey with a team that clearly values structure and transparency. All right, I want to end today's explainer with this thought. Search algorithms evolve daily. Google is constantly changing the rules of the game. So ask yourself, is your digital visibility built on a solid, ethical, adaptable foundation like the ones we've discussed today? Or are you relying on outdated tricks, kind of just waiting to be left behind by your competitors? The digital landscape doesn't stand still, guys, and neither should your business. Thank you so much for learning with me today. Keep asking those great questions, keep optimizing, and I will see you in the next explainer.